Hello, everyone. If you're a Christian, you would naturally call yourself a disciple of Jesus. So today we're going to take a look at the word disciple. So the word disciple is found only in the New Testament, and I've listed down the verses in the description below. So my title is Whose Disciple Are You? So the disciple word used in the New Testament, coming from Strong's Concordance, the number is G3101, meaning it's Greek. The original word is in Greek, mathētēs. Mathētēs, that's the Greek word for disciple. Now I'm trying to pronounce these words based on what Google is telling me. So I've been practicing mathētēs, which simply means a learner, a pupil, or a student. So when you call yourself, or if we call ourselves disciples of Jesus, we are naturally learning from Jesus himself. We should be familiar with the teachings of Jesus Christ and his life, his death, of course, whatever he did for us. So if you remember the disciples, he had like 12 very close disciples. He had many other disciples, but the 12 disciples who have been with him was like in a boot camp. When Jesus started his mission, he was 30 years old. And for 3 years, every day, he was doing a lot of things with his disciples and mostly teaching them. So these disciples went through like a boot camp with Jesus in the 3.5 years. Whoever we're learning from, that's our teacher. So during that time, there would be a rabbi, or they call master, and there would be students or disciples. That's all it means, a learner, a pupil, or a student. So applying that today, whoever we listen to a lot, whoever we're following on social media or podcast or books that we read, or maybe even Bible study teacher, pastor, preacher. Now, why am I saying this? Because the best way to learn about Jesus is from the Bible itself, from the Word of God. If listening to other people is already been processed, whatever truth that you are trying to learn from is already been processed by somebody else. If you remember, or if you're familiar with the game Message Relay, where the original message is relayed to the first person in line and then transferred from one person to another up to the last person in line. So you know what happens is that every transfer, the message is corrupted, and distorted by the end. So the best way to learn from Jesus is to actually do our own study. That's why I'm sharing this thing, so it's easier. So you would be encouraged to find out exactly what the Bible means about a specific word. So there's no discipleship word in the New Testament, and disciple is only found in the New Testament. So you would call probably yourself a follower. So as a bonus, I looked up the word follow. So when Jesus said, "Come follow me," to the disciples, it's Strong's G190. Again, it's Greek. Akoloutheo. The Greek word is akoloutheo, follow. Now, follow is even lesser, I would say, than a student, because at this point, it means to follow one who precedes, join him as his attendant, accompany him. To join one as a disciple, become or be his disciple, or side with his party. At this point, Jesus was just, shall we say, recruiting his disciples, recruiting his students. So follow is even just like a foot at the door. It takes a while before a person becomes a disciple. Takes a while learning, keep hearing, seeing, observing. So the disciples who've been following Jesus for 3.5 years learned a lot from Jesus. That's why he said, after 3.5 years, it was already enough for them to teach other people. So go therefore and teach all nations. Whatever I have taught you, teach other people also. So knowing these words, we would like to know more about Jesus. If we would like to know more about Jesus, it's better that we do our own study. It's like preparing our own food and then keep doing the same thing, keep learning about Jesus, because Jesus said, ask and it shall be given, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be opened. So if you're really seeking the truth about Jesus, he would definitely would want us to know exactly the things we should know about him. So those are the two words I can share with you today. Disciple from Strong's G3101, mathētēs, which is just a learner, a pupil, a student, and follow from Strong's G190, akoleteo, which is just a follower. It's just starting to become a disciple. If you keep following, being with Jesus, then you become a disciple. You take in everything that he's teaching. So we become a disciple by feeding on the teachings of Jesus. That's it for today. My name is Rowena. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.